the price is too high for lies. Meghan Markle scowls in LA for watching the world dance because she didn't attend the coronation. Hello, and a very warm welcome back to our LVT News YouTube. According to a source in the US, there weren't any crowds dancing in the streets, which rivaled the moment that Nelson Mandela was released from 27 years of unjust imprisonment. But anyway, the official palace announcement that Meghan is not going to be coming to the coronation has been created by citizens all over the world with a collective sigh of relief. Actually, that's not accurate. It was a lot more like cheers and clapping of hands and Meghan portraits being used for dartboards all the way from Vancouver to Singapore and from Auckland to Oslo. Yes, people, you can feel it. I mean, this news is almost as good as when people found out that Hitler was dead or the Blitz was finally over. Now, before you all get offended, of course, I'm exaggerating more than a little bit. But then again, Meghan is very familiar with exaggerated hyperbole, isn't she? I would say she's a bit of an expert in that field, actually. Do you remember when she said the flight attendants were on bended knee thanking her for her sacrifice and that she curtsied before the Queen like a brandy-soaked Sir Walter Raleigh organ? What about that story she told where she felt so humbled when she was walking, among other naked ladies at a Korean? Or when she told us that it was so upsetting when she was opening briefcases on that show and they only noticed her for her bimbo looks instead of her feminist brains? According to Meghan Markle, the world is rife with these kinds of tragedies, and it is so unfair to her. I really think the South Mark got it right when they portrayed her as an empty vessel. That really is what she wants. She walks around screaming, "Stop looking at me." But she really just wants awards to put on her fireplace mantle. She wants to a fixed dollar store, princely coronets and tiaras to plastic baby dolls that are photoshopped with the latest faces that they are using for artificial and invisible, and I'm sure everybody will be standing in front of some birthday cake that isn't real. Either I. If you didn't already know it, I think. You know, now Meghan Markle is a coward. She has done what playground bullies do, run in the opposite direction, and then cry victim when things are not going according to plan. Beat a hasty retreat when challenged and called to account, who that is, her specialty. By not coming, Meghan is letting herself off the hook. She doesn't want to have to face the consequences of her words and actions over the past few years. Meghan knows good and well that if she were to dare come to the UK, people probably would boot her. She knows all about Candlegate, too. Remember that, and she knows about the BBC cameras cutting to another scene when Meghan tried her grand arrival by stepping out of a limousine. Meghan and the standings where the children and the prince that she married are not going to be up there on that balcony no matter what. Meghan knows that they did not give in to a single demand of hers. There was no negotiation that happened at all, no apology. So Meghan chooses to excuse herself by exiting, like the drama queen that she is. Meghan is not going to fall on her own sword, though. She doesn't want to deprive the world of her presence, of course, at least not yet. So I guess Meghan just does not see the point of going to the coronation because she didn't get what she wanted. So she's going to go insult behind her gated McMansion and put on a fake birthday party with fake celebrity guests and 2 invisible children. I don't know if she's going to hire some or if she's going to borrow from friends this time. Or will she just use some dolls, who knows, but we know we're going to see that, Rick, to grin in some kind of shelf photo that they're going to release. It is sure to appear. Meghan hopes that her absence is going to be viewed as the right motherly gesture. So nurturing to be celebrating artificial birth, or wait, is it invisible? As I forget, I cannot remember anymore because I have heard so many lies from this woman. I find it very difficult to pay attention to anything that she says or does at this point. Do I even care about what she says or does? Oh, absolutely not. Meghan is a typical narcissist. After all, she is basically a textbook case. Meghan paints herself into a corner, and then she starts to act in desperation as she's realizing that her Turkish shrinking. So it's time to try to snatch some attention, steal some thunder from somebody, try to pry a victory from the lion's jaws. Try to save face, try to pull out all the porkies and dramatize a Madam Butterfly. This is nothing, dear. We have seen it all before, but actually, a lot of people did a better job with it. You know, in fact, I would say this production from Meghan isn't very good. Meghan's act isn't very fun. Actually, I'd like to be entertained with something else, something more fun. Something cheery, something in good taste, maybe. But instead, we get this tawdry tale of Meghan, the diva clutching her mask, her true face, a death school. You know what, maybe I should ask for a refund for my ticket because I didn't get the seat I wanted. Meghan's a coward. And so now she's gone into hiding. She doesn't want us to know that we're about to see and not collapse. So trust me. The facade spin is going to be coming out. And the days and week leading up to the coronation, I cannot predict exactly what is going to be, but it's going to happen. But you know what, we shouldn't worry too much because Meghan, at this point, doesn't have very far to. And I am not divorced from reality in saying this. I think Meghan is the one who has no relationship with reality. Maybe a flip over the railing is about as good as finding that half-empty bottle of Jack. But I don't know if Meghan's really going to do herself in. I think it's more likely that she would try to convince us all that she almost killed herself. She felt so awful because she was snubbed at the coronation that she did. What, I don't know, took a bottle of pills, although she's not gonna tell us that that bottle of pills was Flintstone vitamins. Meghan is a nasty piece of work. Indeed, the so-called influencer influences us to drop down to her low level. She loves it. My name-calling is not very bad in comparison to what other people have said. Words are, after all, the only thing we can really use to express how much we despise her, because Mecca doesn't have any boundaries and she simply doesn't know when to throw in the towel. She's relentless in the way that she bombards us with herself, and she so annoyingly imposes her fakery and phoning us upon us. Even though people have tried to explain to her what is wrong with her behavior, she still doesn't get it. Nobody wants to know what Meghan has to say. We don't care what she does, but she insists on forcing herself on us. The Queen of Nasty is only able to comprehend. I think most people just call Meghan names because they cannot express the depth of their disdain. This woman is so fake. She is beyond the use of a simple F word. There is simply no word in the English language to express how awful she truly is, so we can let people express what they can in their own way. And I don't think we should judge them for that. I'm just curious about what the explosion is going to be. Something just occurred to me. Harry is not going to be in a good way to catch that plane. He cannot seem like he's just emerged from a cat fight. So maybe that's plan A, and plan B, I guess, would be a phantom miscarriage, and then plan C. Well, I'm guessing markets would be involved in that one. That's going to have Harry running back in no time at all. But what about plan D? Maybe we're going to be hearing from all the A-listers of Montecito that there was this great party hosted by the regal Meghan Markle. Oh, another thought occurred to me. Meghan does love to stalk people. Let's remember, she loves to show up like a brazen hussy playing mind games once again from across the Atlantic. I hope more ideas can come out by the time I wake up. This is all such a nightmare. And you, what do you think about Meghan? Please tell me your view below in the comments. If you think my video is useful, please remember to like and share it anytime you want. And please subscribe to our LVT News channel to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Good night. And I'll be back to see you.